me your dreams.
Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another Genshin Impact video, and today I'm just going to be doing a Furina review. That's basically it. If you happen to like this video, just leave a like and subscribe. Furina is probably one of the best supports in the game. She does work differently from the other previous Archons that we've had. Just like with the other previous Archons that we've had, she does a pretty good job at supporting the party. Venti was the best crowd controller since he's Anemo. Zhongli is the best shielder since he's Geo. Raiden Shogun being the best battery since she's Electro, Nahida providing elemental mastery since she's the Dendro Archon, and Furina just being one of the best buffers, supporters overall since she is a Hydro character. Hydro characters tend to be very good supports. Since Furina is Hydro, the buffs that she provides depends on how much HP your party has lost or gained. Furina can also provide off-field damage. So if you can afford to pull for Furina, I would suggest you pull for her. She works really well at C0. She is free-to-play friendly. She has free-to-play friendly weapon options like the fishing sword, Festering Desire. Some people even cope with the Harbinger of Dawn. She is relatively pretty easy to build since she does scale off of crit rate. Providing her with crit rate, crit damage should be a little simpler. You can basically go with just HP, crit damage, or HP, Hydro damage, and crit damage. Furina's buffs are so good, you can basically put her on any team that needs more damage, and she can make forgettable characters really good, like Dea, Razor, Hazo, etc. Alloy, Xinyan. Furina can drain your party's HP during her elemental skill usage, so you do need to have a party-wide healer in order to utilize Furina pretty effectively. Furina can heal the party herself if she uses her charge attack during her elemental skill and she switches to the Pneuma state. However, in the Abyss, I do think that this healing mode or the Pneuma mode is pretty useless since you do have a DPS loss. Since her Pneuma form doesn't even provide off-field damage, it only provides healing. But the healing is pretty useful in the overworld or when you're fighting a boss, you need some quick heals real quick. You can basically, switch to Pneuma form and then, get some free heals. Her Osaya form in general is just pretty busted. It provides damage off field and it lasts for a very long time. I think it can last up to like 30 seconds, which is a very long fucking time. However, her Hydro homies can be kind of a nuisance in the overworld, especially if you're trying to solve a puzzle. They might accidentally put out like a fire or something, or maybe they hit a Hydro monument when you don't even need to hit that Hydro monument. Speaking of the overworld, Furina basically says fuck you to ice bridges. She also says fuck you to Kokomi because before Furina came out, Kokomi was basically the Jesus in this game. She can walk on water, but with Furina's elemental skill, it allows her to walk on water, and since you can basically spam her skill, Furina she walks on water indefinitely. Which is ironic because people have been waiting for cryo catalysts for 3 years. We get them back to back for the ice bridge memes, and Furina comes along and basically, fucks it all up because she can basically just walk on water. Fuck ice bridging. Furina's elemental skill is not really good at Hydro application, but the damage it provides is really worth using. They can do a lot of fucking damage, and since they're on the field for 30 seconds, that's basically 30 seconds worth of damage that you can get. Using Furina with other Hydro applicators like Yelan or Xingqiu is pretty damn effective as well, since the Hydro resonance boosts HP and Furina's elemental skill does deal more damage based off of Furina's max HP. The HP boost is also very good for your party since Furina does drain the HP of your party. Furina's elemental burst provides damage buff to your party members depending on how much HP has been lost or gained during her elemental burst. During Furina's elemental burst, you build up this thing called the fanfare depending on if you're losing HP through Furina's elemental skill or if you're gaining HP through healing with other characters. Party-wide heals gave you more stacks of the fanfare and thus more damage. So any party-wide healers like Jean, Barbara, Kokomi work really well with Furina. If you pair Furina up with other Fontanian characters that are DPS characters like Neuvillette or Riesli, both of these gentlemen can increase their own HP and decrease their own HP, thus getting more fanfare stacks during Furina's burst. Overall, I think Furina is one of the best Hydro characters in the game. Yelan is also a pretty good Hydro character, but the buffs that Furina provides are just so fucking great. Not to mention, Furina can provide constant off-field damage. Yelan can only provide off-field damage through her elemental burst. The fan favorite mechanic that Furina has just works so well. It just works. You get buffs depending on how much HP you have lost or gained, and it just works. I don't know how to explain it, guys. It just fucking works. It's so fucking good. In my opinion, I think it's kind of bizarre that Yelan doesn't have Furina's kit, since Furina's kit is a little risky, and Yelan's whole gimmick is gambling and dice rolling, so you would think that Yelan's kit would revolve around having a risky take like losing HP, but no, for some reason Furina has it. Anyways, I'm not complaining that much, but I don't know, I just think it's kind of weird that a character with gambling or a dice motif doesn't really have like an HP draining mechanic. Kokomi, another Hydro 5-star character, is mostly just a heal slut. You mostly just use Kokomi for the Hydro AoE application and just a heal slut. The only way that Kokomi can provide buffs to the party is with the Millilith set, the Thrilling Tales of Dragon Slayer, or the new healing set that's upcoming in Genshin 4.3. Kokomi's still obviously good. I mean, she provides healing. She's very good in Bloom teams since she does provide healing for the Bloom teams. Kokomi can also work really well with Furina since Kokomi is a party-wide healer, and with Furina providing the buffs, she can buff Kokomi even further. And since Kokomi is one of the most comfiest DPS characters in the game, I think it's a pretty, good value to use Furina with Kokomi. And with the Hydro Resonance in the team, they both scale off of HP. They both work really well together. Child is, well, he's mostly just a sub DPS character. He doesn't really provide buffs to the party, although his passive, I think his passive can like provide like a normal attack boost, but nobody really focuses on that. Most people use Child as just like a sub DPS character. Ayato, he's basically just a simpler version of Child. You can provide a speed buff at like C4 for normal attacks, but other than that, I mean, he can also provide Hydro off-field too. Ayato is just a very balanced character. He's not great, but he's not bad either. Uvalette, on the other hand, he's one of the best DPS characters in the game. He works really well with Furina since he can decrease his HP or lose his own HP, so he can build up the fanfare stacks pretty quickly. Overall, Furina does live up to the Archon hype. If you do have the Primos to pull for Furina, I would suggest that you do it. And provide damage off-field, provides buffs to your party. There's really nothing to dislike about Furina. She's just perfect in every way. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you enjoy Furina? Are you guys thinking about pulling for Furina? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys later.
Bye-bye now. Come again soon.